Hey y'all, hey. You've been chilling like me, baby. Hey. Hey y'all. Hey y'all, hey. Hey, Daisy girl. How you been? Hey, hey. Hey y'all, how y'all been doing? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go live with AceBaby in a few moments. I need to add him to the video and then we're gonna do this interview. Yes. You said making it stand busy. Listen, I feel you. That's the only thing we can do. Hey, y'all. Hey. Let me see. What y'all been up to? What y'all got going on? Anything upcoming? To all the women that's tuned in. Hey.
I was working. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Look at your house. Your house fancy. You got the spiral stairs. Okay.
I appreciate it. Took a little bit to get over here.
Yeah, I love it. It's nice. It's a
Yeah.
vibe.
What part of Atlanta? I don't want to say what part. You in Atlanta, right?
No, so I mean, I'm like 25, 30 minutes away from Atlanta. I'm more so like on the east side. So I'm in between like Latonia or Stonecrest, if that makes sense. I'm not from Atlanta, I'm from Cleveland, so I be
What part of
have to
Cleveland?
still figure out Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, my
So
they from
I
Palmer Heights.
from Parma.
Yeah, I know people from Palmer Heights for sure. My
Okay.
mom, my auntie over there.
Okay. So Parma is our west side. So I'm more so from the east side. So I'm more so like St. Clair. I graduated from Warrensville Heights High School. So I was more so that area. But my one of my aunts, she stayed on the west side. So we was always like on in Brook Park or Parma over in that area. So that's dope.
For sure.
So let's get into it. As y'all know, I'm Cashe Arielle. I'm going to be doing an interview with the AceBaby himself. So go ahead and introduce yourself to those that are on the live that may or may not know who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to get into it.
So it's AceBaby. That's what I go by. I've been rapping for like 7 years. I was in the military when I got back from Iraq. I really took this shit serious in like 2017.
Okay.
Sat down, started writing. I'm from a small town outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so came a long way to be out here, you feel me? So I started doing my own thing. I moved down south and just started living my life.
Okay, okay. Well, we're going to get into it. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get my screen to work and make sense.
Yeah.
Because right now it is zoomed in. I swear, I tell you, like technology is not our friend
Nah, for
ever.
sure. That's why I be trying to stay off this shit, but I be having to go on here all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, but now they have it to where like you can schedule your stuff, so you don't even necessarily have to go live or do stuff in real time. So give me 1 second. I'm
Good.
just going to move my questions to another screen
Hmm.
so that it will make better sense. Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. All right, so let's get into it. So we know that you've been rapping since the age of 14, right?
Hmm.
Can you tell us about your journey into the world of hip hop? What initially drew you to pursue music, and how did your experiences in Iraq influence your artistry?
So, I was probably like 4 years old. My family always been like music inclined. Like my dad was on TV for singing. My sister went to American Idol. Like they could sing for real. So
Okay.
I was really the only one in my family that got in tune with like hip hop, and I was probably like 4 years old. I
Okay.
remember we went and visit my cousin in Ohio, and she gave me this CD. She was bumping like a CD in her car. It's gonna be crazy. It's Chingy, like, and I was like bumping to it, like I like this, I like this. And she was like, "You really like this?" So she bought me the CD, and I started. Chingy was the first artist I ever like.
Chingy.
I was like, yeah, getting into and listening to, and after him, I started bumping 50 Cent, like Biggie. I went crazy, like. I just fell in love with the culture. I fell in love with what they was talking about. Like I watched interviews on everybody and just started like really falling in love with it. And when I wrote my first song at like 14. I didn't do nothing with it though. Like I just did it for like a school project. Like here, let me write a song. I'm gonna try. That just read it. I didn't rap it or nothing. But when I left high school, I went to Iraq. I went to the army, and like 3 years into the army, I went to Iraq. And after we like handled everything we needed to over there, we just watched the base. So I like had a lot of time to like write. And I remember I just wrote a song and I rapped it for my man's, and he was like, "Why don't you do something with it?" And so I got back in 2017. My homeboy hit me up like, "Come to my house. Let's hit the studio." So I did it without a song. And, like at first it was cool. I remember the one time like I wrote another song. My man was like, "Nah, bro, this ain't it. This ain't it for you, bro." All of a sudden I sat down in like a dark room, just listened to a beat over and over again, over and over again. I kept writing and kept writing, erasing and writing. All of a sudden, I sent it back to him. He's like, "Okay, now you got something. Now this is something." So it just touched my heart to really want to keep going for that.
Cool, cool, cool. So you said Chingy was one of your first artists you listened to.
Yeah.
Which song was it? Which
Damn.
song like by Chingy you heard and you was like, okay.
Now
I,
that's hard. That's good. Yes. I don't know the name on that.
was it
My phone's up
right
there.
there? Because you know right there was like
Right there. Yeah, that
was
was
one
like
of
that
the
album. Yeah, that whole
anthems.
album. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was
So,
what's the name of that? Jackpot? Jackpot.
Jackpot. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jackpot.
So I'm a music head.
Mm-hmm.
I used to want to do like A&R work.
Okay.
You know, so I always listen to music. Like I love music. So I know Jackpot was one of the ones, and I loved Holiday Inn by him. I was
Holiday Inn.
young.
Chilling at the
I was
Holiday
young.
Inn.
I wasn't even able to even rent a room or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love Chingy. Like, you know, I think he's one of the most slept on. I think I look at him as a legend too.
Yeah.
Um, but I
So,
think like they boxed Chingy and Bow Wow in them into like a box, like they just put them over to the
yeah,
side.
they said
Like
they had beef, but I never even heard it until I got older. Like,
so, Chingy and Bow Wow had beef.
yeah, it was like some artist shit that it was like they was rapping about different shit, but they try to put them like, you know how the internet be like, "Oh, they got beef too. He rapped like him when he do this." I don't think it was real beef, but they try to say some shit like that.
I could see the similarities, like with maybe "Hey Little Bow Wow." You just don't know, like that song, and
Yeah,
then right there, like they kind of got the same
yeah,
rhythm. So I could see that, but I would have never guessed that they were
yeah.
beefing.
Back then, I don't think beef was really going on in the R&B or that kind of like melodic rapping type. I don't think it was going on, but you could kind of
Social
see the
media
beef.
wasn't pushing it because you know now we know everybody that's beefing because it's on social media. But back then, social media wasn't that potent. If
Exactly.
that makes sense. Got
Exactly.
you.
But after him, 50 Cent is what really got me to fall in love with everything. Like I fuck with 50 so hard. Like so Chingy and 50, like right there in my heart, where my heart come from, that's where it started for me. So
Did you get to go to the final lap?
mm-mm.
So I went to the one that came here
Damn.
because my spouse he loves 50
Yeah,
Cent.
yeah, for sure.
So we went and it was a vibe. It was nice. I like 50 Cent, but I'm not like a 50 Cent big fan. So it was more so like just going because I know his music. I like his music, but I like him more as a entrepreneur. I
Mm-hmm.
like him as a producer. I like him as a writer. I just like him in those aspects. But his music has always been relatable and just good. But he put on a good show. I really enjoyed it. So I don't know if he's still touring, but if he is and he come back to the US, you need to go.
Nah, he's 50's touring for sure. He does that thing where like he has like 20 jerseys on and they just rip them all off for him to start
Yeah.
off. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into the next question. I know you've mentioned previously in previous conversations that your inspiration for music comes from your upbringing in church and listening to artists within your family. How
Mm-hmm.
did these early influences shape your sound and approach to creating music?
Hmm. Yeah, I grew up in church my whole life. Like when I was little, I probably got out of it when I was like 17. But when I was little, like my father's like family all went to church, pastors, everything over there. So going to church and like that's where the melodic sound came from.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I rap about like thank the Lord, like different bars would be like I thank that you feel me. I'll be praying in bars. I'll be praying too. So it's like growing up in church, it really like got my singing ability to a point where it's like I can rap and flow with how I want to. I'm not trying to copy or go over here. I'm trying to keep the same out like rhythm in my flow or how I like and put rap into that. So
Gotcha.
singing gospel music. My dad was singing gospel all the time in church, so I just kind of maneuvered that with how I like to rap.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, do you see yourself ever? Because Christian rap is becoming a thing.
Hmm.
Do you see that for yourself? Like, do you see at some point of your music career maybe switching gears or pivoting?
To do just straight gospel or like
Like Christian music, just straight Christian rap.
that's a tough question. Because I don't want to be like I don't want to be like no, and they be like, but it's like I feel like I could. I don't know. That's I would have to really sit down and really think about that because I love the thought of that.
Hmm.
But like just straight that is different. Like 'cause I can put that in a few lines, a few bars, like still do my thing. But I don't straight. I don't know. That's kind of hard. So
I
I would
mean,
say maybe a song or two, but I couldn't go completely just straight.
just a little small EP, maybe. Not just to see how the EP
I
do.
would.
Like not saying
Yeah, I'm real optimistic. I'm down to try anything. So if I do a
gotcha.
4 song EP and it's just straight gospel or something or straight like church rap or however, yeah, I would definitely do that. I would
Okay. I would love to hear it. So we'll look for that in the upcoming years. A
yeah, years
little
for sure, not months or
Christian,
nothing.
yeah, some years. And that's okay, because I think I see a lot of people pivot from like R&B or rap, and then they'll go away for a minute, and then they'll come back and they'll revamp into Christian, like more Christian R&B type or hip hop type. So I mean, it works for some, and then for some, their fans just don't receive it because for so long they've put out more secular music than gospel or Christian music. So I mean, sometimes it's a great benefit to pivot, and then for some people it's not.
Hmm.
So we'll look for that from you. I know your viral freestyle video on Facebook propelled you into the spotlight. Can you share the story behind that moment?
Let's see. Uh, there was like a beat going around that everyone was like hopping on the rap for or whatever, and I
Mhm.
can't fully remember the beat. It was probably like a rap I can't even stand, like Gucci Gang, whatever. I think it was that beat for so.
Oh,
My
okay.
friend was like, "Listen, he just did this. And he not even that nice. You should really try it." And she was like, just do it one time. So I did it, and shit just started going crazy.
Mhm.
Even if I posted, like, after I posted that, like, I posted a couple of videos of me, like, with the music behind it or whatever, and that shit was going crazy. I think it hit, like, 5 million or something, but it was back, yeah, it was going crazy back then for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you anticipate the overwhelming response, and how did
Not,
it impact your career?
ooh. uh, I didn't anticipate that at all. I was really just hoping my friends would see it and comment type of thing.
Gotcha.
But they sharing it and everybody started sharing it, and I was like, damn, this is kind of different. So to impact my career for sure, because social media, that's why I started to learn how to. Back then I was just posting, getting off, doing whatever. Now I'm trying to like algorithm and stuff. Like nowadays, I'm trying to learn that. So like sometimes I'll post something that don't get what it used to, but sometimes I'll post something else, like different type of content, and it'll get a lot. So it's like I'm
Yeah.
still trying to maneuver my way learning this type of stuff. Cause I
I
barely be
got
going
you.
live. Like sometimes I go live and a lot of people come. Sometimes I don't. Some people come. So it's like I'm still learning the days, the times, and how to post. And
Listen, don't even get me started. I tell people all the time, like, social media is a job. Like,
so
you got to know when to clock in, when to clock out, when to post, when not to post, what to say, what not to say, what hashtags to use. Like, it's very challenging. But I think after a while, if you get to a certain point or you get to a certain amount of people or a particular audience, then that don't even matter anymore.
yeah.
Like, because literally you can just start posting whenever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you post, someone's going to respond or they're going to comment. But yeah, I definitely feel like we are in a new age with things. But congrats on going viral. You know, just playing around and it did so much for your career. So that's always a dope way to look at it. Now, building on that, social media has played a significant role in your rise as an artist. Um, how do you navigate the digital landscape to connect with your audience? Do you have any particular strategies currently?
I'll say the only strategy really would be like to send it to certain people and like tell them or comment back on all my friends or whoever. Like if people are hating, I don't really comment on that. But if people fall in love, like I love this, I love it. It's a respect thing to me. So if like you respect me, I respect you. I'll comment back. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
people DMing me, I'll DM them back. Like usually if it's just about music, I'm always down to talk about it. Like
Gotcha.
just like I posted a picture, you put hard eyes, I might just like it or something. I'm not about to keep engaging, but it's like if it's about the music, I swear I try to come on everyone about music. So it's like if it's about with your audience, that's what you push for. That's what you try to engage in. So
Gotcha.
yes, that's a good strategy to do everything that's about the art of what you just posted, or the art of what you doing.
Exactly. And so I know you said like if someone's sliding your DM and they big up in you, or they say, hey, can you hop on this track? How do you respond to those type of DMs? Is it like email me
Um,
or
if they
do you
say, "Can I
select
hop
those?
on a track or can I do a song with you?" I just send them my managers stuff like, "Hey, you can DM her, talk to her, or I'll ask her like what I'm doing right now to see like, cause if it's, I'm always down to do a song with anybody. If I listen to it and I really like it, I'm always down to do a song. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, for sure. You said what was the other part? You said what?
No, I was just saying like, are you particular about who or what type of collabs you do?
Collabs, yeah. Particularly about who. Sometimes if I just randomly click on a DM, you might get it. Like I might talk to you. I might. So it's really random sometimes. So, but if
Yeah.
it's about music and I see something that comes up like feature or whatever, then yeah, I'm clicking on it for sure just to hear something.
Okay. Well, y'all heard that. Don't be flooding him, but he down to collab if you got the right music and the right flow. So
Yeah.
make sure y'all definitely tune in with Ace Baby. Now, your latest project, the album Real Player,
Mhm.
and your single Motion reflects your storytelling capabilities. Can you delve into the themes and inspirations behind these releases?
For all the songs on Real Player.
Yeah, just what were like um, the inspirations behind these projects.
Uh, this last couple years, I was getting out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was out of the game a little bit, like 2 years. Like couldn't do nothing. I mean, still with the music, but couldn't like act how I want to act on and do what I want to do. So it's like after them 2 years was up, the past couple years, I've been doing my thing like real into you for me. So it's like rap about what I'm swagging on now. You feel me? So that's really where a lot of inspiration came from. If I was going out, I find
Mm-hmm.
something happen, I'm talking about it. If I'm doing this and I'm talking how I talk, I'm gonna talk about it in the song. So it's like I need you to fuck with it how I'm really doing something. So that's really where all the inspiration came from. Just doing my thing.
So speaking of relationships, I know you mentioned that you had just went through a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel as a rap artist that it's hard to be in a committed relationship when you're pursuing your craft or just being a known music artist?
It wasn't hard for me. It was
Okay.
hard for her.
Okay.
So a lot of the fights came from Instagram. A lot of the fights came from going to a show and people coming up and trying to talk to me. And like I say, it was real easy to have. You can stay right here with me while I'm talking what I'm talking about. Like you don't like. It was hard for her, and that's why that's why I started getting out the loop a little bit. So it's like, damn, I can't really do a lot. Then I'm gonna go home and argue. I got a whole show I gotta do. I'm about to go home and argue. I'm not trying to hit. I don't want to hit none of that. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not a cheat. I'm not doing nothing crazy. Like you right here in front of everybody's face. I post you for me doing everything. Like I'm not looking down.
Exactly.
Okay, so you don't gotta do that to me when we by ourselves.
Yeah.
Who's this? So it's
No, I
tough.
definitely get it. Yeah, I see, because like just looking at different artists like that be in blogs and stuff like that. You got artists who's been married for 10 plus years, 20 plus years, and then they just boom get a divorce, and you like, okay, well, was it him, or was it that she tried to play strong or play confident but really was insecure?
Yeah.
I think that no matter what type of career you have, whether it's an artist or entrepreneur or a 9 to 5, you have to be confident in yourself, and then you also have to be confident and trust your partner, because it's all for the betterment of y'all family, y'all relationship, to get from one level to the next. But I'm glad that you were able to recognize, like, okay, this might be distracting me. And sometimes you got to choose your passion over pleasure. So, I definitely understand and respect that.
That's real shit. I
Yeah,
appreciate
of course. Um, Now, in motion, you tackle themes of ambition and perseverance. Can you elaborate on the personal significance of this track and how it reflects your journey as an artist?
it. Like I was saying, it's like what that emotion do. So it's like you go outside, something's going. You wake up in the morning, you got things going on. Like
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes I like being chill. Sometimes but it's like my phone be going off the chain. Sometimes like come here, come do this, come link here, link here, link here, go to the studio, do this, do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, you know what? I remember I was at my crib. I got my own studio, so I don't have to worry about these producers or nothing. I can record myself, mix it, send it if I got to. So I was in the studio one time and I had a couple people with me, and like
Hi.
I ain't the type of person to be like, oh, I like this beat, everybody shut up. I'm the type of person that's like, oh, y'all rock with this beat, let me hear something. Let me rock with what y'all hear. They're like, oh, like this. And I was like, okay, let me start off with this flow, and then after this flow, let me hear something different. So like I like to hear and be in tune with different things. So it's like I'm not the only one hearing it. I like different voices in my ear.
Got you.
So it's like
Got you.
so everyone that was in the room with us, like, oh, they was rocking with it. So I was like, yeah, this flow you for me. And I just say what I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. And you said you got your own studio, so you ain't got to wait for nobody. Whenever you feel the need to record, you can just go ahead and do it.
And it took me a
That's
while to
what you
realize that I was wasting my time. I was wasting my money. People come here to this studio. I go there and it was like, I can do this shit in my house. I can invite a couple people over and listen. I can record myself, like, and
do.
I can have as many hours as I want to with y'all.
Exactly.
I ain't gotta
Exactly.
put this and nothing. So if I do something here, sometimes I'll send it off to get it mixed. But most of the time, I'm vibing by myself, chilling, writing every day.
I love it. So, as a rising star in the hip hop scene, what are some of the challenges you've faced or are currently facing along the way?
In what aspect?
I mean, we can talk about, let's say, for instance, if you're accepted, because we know that you love hip hop. You know you love hip hop music, right? Like, we
Mm-hmm.
know that that's what you do. Do you feel like you get that love back from the Black culture when it comes to you putting out music or you showing your respect for us? Do you feel that you get that back? Um, how do you feel in regards to that?
So like when I first started, it was a lot of like women. Like I was singing a little bit, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
like I was saying, but I feel like for sure now because I'm starting to go into like a new like rapping for real. Like I've been doing it for like a couple of years now. Like if I show my people my song, my homeboys the song, they send it off to the group or whatever. Everybody's like, yeah, tell him to put this shit out. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
like the love I've been getting back is a lot of love and a lot of people trying to do like features and stuff. Like I feel like the culture definitely fucking with it, but I'm still like I always bring that into consideration, but it's always like I'm still gonna rap how I want to rap, regardless of like who's gonna hear it or who's fuck with it. I know people gonna. If I put a song, I know people gonna hit me up. I want to hear it more or do another song. So really, with that aspect, I feel like the culture accept and they respect to stay on task and don't just do it because you want to think it's cool. Do it's fun. Like do it every day. Make make sure you have the love for the passion for it. Like don't just put out a song because I want to be cool. I want to put this shit out. I don't fuck with shit like that neither. So yeah, as long as you stay consistent, I feel like that's where the love comes from. The love
Yeah,
don't come from like, oh, let's see if he's really cool. You consistently like, oh, he been doing this shit.
exactly.
Yes. So,
Exactly.
so
If you could open up for any artist that's current or past, who would you open up for?
right now,
Mm-hmm.
it'd probably be one of the hot ones. So it'd be like Bad Beats, 50 Flow, In Hibachi. Yeah, everybody, everybody gonna go to that. Everybody gonna try to hit him. That would be one.
Mm-hmm.
But like melodic rap, I'll say Honcho. He coming up right now. He's still, you know what that is?
I know who I
Yeah,
can with.
Honcho. I think he fired. So like new artists coming up is who I want to open for. Like I would still want to open for 50 for sure. That's a dream goal. Like older rappers, Drake. That's obviously gonna that crazy that happened. But
Yeah.
like my favorite artists like A Boogie, 50 Cent. Let's see who else I want. Rod Wave would be cool to open for.
Okay.
Um, damn, who else I do? Like Future, J Cole.
Oh, you dropping some heat.
Yeah, that's my people.
So I know you named a lot of artists, and I know that you have a lot of artists who inspire you. Um, if you can compare your flow or your music to an artist, and again, it could be past, present, um, who would you compare your style to?
I hate that question, but I like that question at the same time because you never want to compare yourself to nobody,
Yeah.
but I understand exactly what you're saying because a lot of people tell me they be like, "Oh, I can hear like a little Dirk in this, or I can hear like A Boogie in this, or I can hear."
Mhm.
I'll be like, "I fuck with that because I like them." But
Mhm.
they tell me like if it's something that somebody I don't like, I'll be like, "Nah, shut the
Okay. Now she's telling them to shut up.
fuck up."
But no, like I asked that, and it's not to compare, but I feel like we're in a day and time now where everybody samples everything.
So
So in this new music era, there's not many people who come on the scene that has like a distinct sound.
mhm.
Like for instance, Damani, T.I.'s son, he's always wanted to do music, right? But as he got older, he's gotten better and he's progressed. But he even though he's worked on getting his sound, he has his own style, but he reminds me of J. Cole. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I listen to his music, the instruments and the beats and everything that builds the song, it reminds me of something that J. Cole would do. The more calm J. Cole, not the street J. Cole that, sometimes he get
Yeah,
into his bag, but I don't want you to think like, oh, when I'm doing my music, it got to be compared, because it don't. But a lot of times, if you know, like, okay, I got a flow like, or my music is similar to such and such,
hmm
and everybody rock with that, then I know that they'll rock with me. You know what I'm saying? They gonna rock with me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I got something that sounds trendy. I got something that's current,
yeah,
like, so um, and it's always good to have your own style. But too, you can have somebody like, okay, when I play this, it sounds like I was like we were talking about Chingy and Bow Wow, like how they got similar songs, or not necessarily songs, but the rhythm of the songs are the same.
hmm
So, um,
Hold
let's
on, what's your favorite J Cole
ha
song? What's your favorite J Cole song?
your phone froze. What you say?
My fault. What's your favorite J Cole song?
My favorite J. Cole song. Let me think.
Or or an album? One of them.
I can't say no album. I don't know none of his album names. But I can say a song.
Yeah, I'll go.
Uh, it's the one where he be like, "Rest in peace to Uncle Phil,"
That's
for real.
crazy. That's on
I don't know the name. I
Forest Hill
think it's,
Drive. That's my shit too.
what
Forest
is
Hill.
it called?
It's on Forest Hill Drive, the album.
Okay.
That shit go
I don't know the name of the song, but I like that song. Like,
crazy.
I just like and that's why I was saying, like, Damani, on that, Damani reminds me of J. Cole, because that's the J. Cole I like. I like J. Cole all around, but I prefer that one.
Mine too.
Got
That was like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, yeah, that one. And I miss, you know who I miss too, though? Like, um, I miss, like, hearing Kendrick Lamar all the time. Also Wale. Like, Wale ain't been. I ain't heard a new song from him in a while.
Probably won't.
But those three together should have did an album. I feel like that would have been a raw album
That's
to me. Like if all three of them
what
would have
we was
did it.
talking about before. The internet was trying to say J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar are too much alike, or they do this. And
Yeah, yeah,
that's what
yeah.
going to.
It'd be so crazy. Like I swear, like these new age fans put so many artists against each other. It's so crazy. But yeah, that's my song that I like by J. Cole. Let me see. We getting near to the end. You know it's International Women's Month. Not sure if you know that.
Happy
Well,
today. Praise that
yes.
to love all
So so I want to know if you, before we wrap, I'm gonna ask you like a couple more questions. But before we wrap, would you be able to give us a freestyle for International Women's Day?
That's crazy. I'm not even a freestyle artist. I don't even
You said
freestyle.
you don't freestyle.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I could write a
that's
song for you in 5 minutes and it'll be hard, but freestyling is like I gotta hear like I'm
you like you
I'm
gotta hear it
getting,
first.
I'm getting there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for your music career?
Mm. I'll say like three top goals. One would be to get on a lot of different platforms that I've never been on before, like different posts, different radio stations, different like interviews. I think that's one goal for sure. Um, to have like a song that I really fuck with, have like a lot of people tell me that it touched them or they fuck with it or they like it for this reason or like it's going crazy through like a different types of people that I've never dealt with before. So I think that would be fire. And one of the last ones will probably be uh, not that I need a feature, but I would love a feature with like an artist that I fuck with heavy
Okay,
to do a song with, and that would mean a lot for me. So that'd be great.
got you. Got you. So, what advice would you give to an aspiring musician who's just starting their own creative journey? Um, what would you tell them?
Right, every day. Right, be consistent every day. Sometimes I be slacking, and I be like, the days I'm slacking, I'm like, well, I could have been doing this shit. Like, it eat me up. Like,
Hmm.
yo, like like if you really want this, put the effort in. Whether you have 23 hours of the day you busy,
Yes.
there's
Yes.
another hour you could be working on
Hmm.
what
For
you love and
sure.
what you want to do, and that makes up a whole lot. You wake up at 10 o'clock every day. You could be waking up mad earlier and getting this shit done how you need to get it done. And the work's gonna be reciprocated.
I love it. So
So
before we get out of here, I want you to, because it is, like I said, International Women's Day, I want you to shout out some women in your life that made an impact or supported you along your way in your journey. Go ahead and take that time.
yeah, shout out to my best friend, my sister. We've been through a whole lot together. Uh,
Yes.
the passing of my father a couple years ago, like she really became like somebody I talk to religiously, and she support me with everything I do. Anybody talk behind my back, she right there. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
my sister, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Shout out to my mother. She raised a good man. Feel me? Do everything I can for her, everything I can for my family. A few of my best friends. Shout out to a couple of my exes for making me the man I am today. Uh,
Hey, look at you. That's
yeah,
growth.
for sure.
Okay. Well, I love it. I love talking with you and just diving into your music, diving into your journey, diving into what the future looks like for you. Go ahead again and let everyone know who you are and how they can follow you and, get to your music and things like that.
So it's AceBaby on all the platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, capital ACE, capital BABY, all one word, all together. Instagram _ AceBaby with 2 Y's _ my Facebook is actually my real name. I'll give it to y'all. It's Rob Harriger, ROB space HARRIGER. That's really all of them. So yeah.
Well, it was, like I said, a pleasure interviewing you, getting to know you. Hopefully, those that tuned in and popped in here and there were able to learn more about you. And I look forward to seeing more from you. Continue to go higher. And we'll be chatting again soon.
Yeah.
So keep
For
it
sure.
up.
I appreciate
All right.
it. Thank you for having me. I respect you. I respect everything
Of
you're doing.
course. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you have a good night,
You
okay?
too.
All right, we signing out, y'all.